Jessup Armenian Church in Wynwood. We're getting ready for a night of kef, food, drinking, and a lot of fun. Drinking, kef, and drinking, and a lot of fun. Having a good time. Now we're going behind the scenes, getting the preparation. Here's some of the food getting put out in the hallway, getting ready to go.
These are desserts.
All desserts. Here, hard to see. Looking good though. Looking good. Now I'm following the smell to see what's going on over here. Malatyatsi, fingers to the fingers to the bone.
I don't think this thing works.
Everybody's working. Hi, Will. How you doing?
It's just a show we're putting on, George. It's really not working.
I understand. I understand. Looking good, smelling good, and I know it's going to taste good.
You're not getting it.
Now the men are setting up the hall. They're getting ready. All these empty chairs that you see, every one of them is going to be filled, and there's going to be standing people all over this place. Next time you see this picture, it's going to be full.
For the cocktail hour. Cocktails are on the other side, officials. I think they're going to be outside, and it's going to be over here.
Yeah, just these two boys?
Okay. Now they're setting up the bar. You know we can't have a Malatyatsi contest without the liquor. Right, George and George?
George?
Yeah, we got to...
Don't waste film right now.
Don't waste film right now.
Hi, I'm not
My head on.
Preview of what they're going to wear later. Do you
What is
believe
it?
this?
This is Tervanda.
Oh, that's terrible.
Tervanda. That's right, boy. All right, good girl.
Hi, Daniel. Okay. You're getting ready, huh?
Yes.
Okay, I see. It's nice and quiet now.
Get George, because when he does his actor, you gotta have that.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody took pictures of the two of them.
See you later.
Okay.
This, as you can see, is a sold-out affair. These are the
great stuff. I'll tell you. Delicious. Oh, man. The best coffee I ever had. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Is the Tabernacle Choir ready? Rick, we need some more juice on the wood, buddy. And a clarinet. I can't see anybody, that's just me. Go ahead. Do I have everybody's attention here? Mornali idigulma para sa Chef Hadukin naman. Jeteng Bareng Kentang Bareng. Borban Hajuka Vaileng. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on behalf of the dozens and dozens and dozens of people who helped to make this weekend possible, welcome Philadelphia. You have already far exceeded our expectations. We hope that before the weekend's over, your lives will be filled with a little bit more love and a little bit more joy and a few more wonderful memories to take home for the rest of your lives. I would like to share with you at this moment some beautiful words that a dear friend of mine spoke last year at Boston Malatyatsi contest. That Anthony Balajan from St. Stephen's Church in Watertown. He said to us on that evening, Heavenly Father, we ask your blessing on our people here, the people whose ancestors came from Malatya, who were forced out of their homes, but who made homes for themselves in this country. We ask you, O Lord, to keep us ever mindful of their sacrifice and of the strength and commitment for those mothers and fathers who came and set up a new life for their children and grandchildren. And we are thankful that you were able to bless them. And through them, we offer you thanks, O Lord, for this life. We are indeed blessed tonight, and we are all connected one to another to this small village in Western Armenia, now Eastern Turkey, called Malatya. I think it would be appropriate at this time to put the house lights on, please, Simon, and ask those people who were born in Malatya to please stand up and take a bow. I want you especially to know that although we have tried to maintain the customs and traditions and expressions of old Malatya, we have all been in this country a long, long time, and so some things change. For example, when I was a little boy, my grandmother used to say to me in describing how a wife should treat her husband, you wash your husband's feet and then drink the water. Now, frankly, I like that expression. But my wife has a different expression. Get yourself. So we will do our best to make you happy, and we hope you enjoy the show. Relax, because 1999's...
Richard, please. We have a non-Malatyatsi infiltrator in the room. We have proof that this man has no connection whatsoever to Malatya. You, sir, please stand up. Unless you can prove that you're Malatyatsi, or unless one of these Malatyatsis will stand up and vouch for you, we must remove you from this room. I need a lawyer. A lawyer? We have Malatyatsi wannabe here.
Is there a lawyer in the audience? Is there a lawyer amongst you that's willing to take on this case? We have a lawyer here.
Mr. Buffalo. Okay, we'll give you your day for it, sir. Please. Yeah, we got the first there. Mr. Counselor. Malatyatsi, Hocam Sarkisyan, Sayfalar Malatyatsi.
Who sang? Who sang that?
There is Jacob Virginia Hagokian. There is Shira and Bill Ovnenian. Arno and Rafi Messilian. Rose Haplomasian.
Excuse me. Who wrote Butch?
I don't know.
Still a napkin from the restaurant. That's a nice Raise your right hand. Stand up. Square the right hand. English or Armenian? I'd like to speak in English, Your Lordship. We're going to have the proceedings in English. Is that because your client doesn't understand Armenian? We have people from the press here, and I'm going to make sure they know what we're doing. Proceed. Your Lordship, I'd like to have this case moved to a jury trial in Los Angeles. Is Johnny Cochran going to be my co-counsel? Johnny Cockroach? Okay. I'm going to put that up to the jury here. Do you want this case tried here today? What denied? Your Honor, this man smells like Malatyatsi, looks like a Malatyatsi, sleeps like a Malatyatsi, plays like a Malatyatsi, and besides, the Pennsylvania Human Relations Commission prohibits discrimination on the basis of ethnic origin. That's our argument. And I'd like to go ahead with my case. Proceed. I'd like to have this identified as Defendant's Exhibit Number 1. What is this? And what do you do with these cards? Do you play cards and take money for Malatyatsis on Friday nights, as reported to me? And you give the money back to them at the end of the game? This is Defendant's Exhibit Number 2, Your Lordship. My man, Asigainche. And what do you do with this? As a Malatyatsi, so far. Mr. Sarkisian, Defendant's Exhibit Number 3, Your Lordship. What is this? I don't know. You want to taste it? You know what it is? I think his nose is running, Your Honor. Your nose is running? What is this? What's this? Defendant's Exhibit Number 4, Your Honor. What is this, Mr. Sarkisian? Oh, wait a minute, this is my grandson. This is our grandson.
Boy, I think very good mother. Boy.
This is Defendant's Exhibit Number 5, Your Honor. This is a Michael Bosovikian. You know what this is, Defendant's Exhibit Number 5?
That's a cigar.
Well, what about it?
You smoke it.
What does that have to do with Malatyatsi?
More speaking.
I have here, Mr. Sarkisian, defendant, okay? More money? We're running out. Trump. Defendant's Exhibit Number 6 is a certificate of birth. What does that say? Certificate of birth?
The certificate of birth.
Now, what is the date when this person was born?
Born June 7, 1929.
What is the mother's birthplace of this person? And what is the father's birthplace of this person?
Objection. Objection.
Right. Do you know the person whose name is on this certificate of birth? Can you point him out to the people in the audience here?
Ah.
How do you know that? John, we ran out of money. I think that under all the circumstances, Your Honor, respectfully, this guy deserves to be part of this group. Just a few other questions. And you speak English. And if you're not able to stay here tonight, what are you going to do?
I guess I gotta call Kerkorian.
Dr. Kevorkian.
We're going to put this to a vote with the audience, but I have a couple of questions. Do you promise never to say anything bad about Malatyatsi?
Anything bad about Malatyatsi?
You promise never to say that. Say yes or no.
I guess I gotta say yes.
Do you promise never to say anything good about another person?
This is Malatyatsi affairs.
Do you promise to read Joe Vospin's column every week?
And we do it religiously.
Is he acceptable to the jury?
Put your hands together and welcome Malatyatsi's finest, the Tabernacle Choir. So what we have to do is regale the audience with some stories and some, I don't know what, incidents in our lives that may interest you, while one of the ballerinas gets out of his tutu and his makeup and wig and puts on his outfit for the next skit. Now, if anybody has any suggestions, I'd be more than happy to entertain them because, frankly, I'm fresh out of stories right now. Here we go. We have a woman here from Malatya who would like to recite a poem for us. This extemporaneous stuff is beautiful. Can we have the spot down here, please? Still the spotlights. Guess I get a toast. Can we have the lights inside on as well? On the inside? Paper. I wonder all the relaxers could be some time.
The Godfather, most respected and feared man of Malatya, friend of the Corleones, Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, and George Clooney. Tough, unmerciful, sometimes a little crazy, but sought by many for advice and counsel.
To come see you, for you could help me with my main problem.
You're right, my son. I am a wise and powerful counselor. I'm rich, I'm powerful.
I'm good looking. Easy hop on in the cigar. Good. I'm very happy to come to see you for some help.
Who's that with you?
Good. Pensados al Chellago.
Now don't go with this.
No, I'm talking about my Düsseldorf tree. It's dying. Melibor. Satibor. Besides, don't look too good.
The Düsseldorf tree, obscure, mysterious fruit tree with a strange-sounding name, which to those few who can pronounce it, is a symbol of Malatyatsis in America.
This is a serious problem. I may have to call on my most trusted advisor, Hoja.
Sugarhide? Yes, I'm Martin. I can't afford no Hoja lawyer like the Al Mumjan. He gonna cost lots of money.
Well, it's true, my son. Hoja's advice does not come cheap. In fact, I know only one thing that could cost you more.
Sugarhide? What is that?
If you paid the bartender of Ospigya wedding. But nonetheless, we'll have to call him. This does not work.
Sugarhide? You think he gonna do that?
Don't worry, I know he'll come. He owes me a favor. I took care of his mother-in-law.
You gonna say no more? Come on, you took care of his mother-in-law. What happened to her?
Two found out terrible. One of the most evil women I know. She was so bad that when she made Malatyatsi for Hoja, she would grind up the pits of the prunes, use that instead of bulgur. Alman Waramayasıl. He didn't walk a day.
Then what happened to her?
I don't know. Well, I took care of her real good. My boy sent her off to a place that none of the Malatyatsi wants to go to. Fuck them.
Sounds like this Hoja lawyer, very smart man. But one thing bothered me.
What's that, my boy?
Well, I'm going to give the Hoja lawyer all my monies, and I don't want to get nothing for that.
Have you had feeling like this before?
Sure, one time I get a letter, the invitation for the Turkai Tayan fund, I don't get nothing.
Well, even so, I think we'll call him. He can be help to us. Hoja! Hoja, come over here. Give us some help. We need your advice. Here comes Hoja, my buddy. Hoja, why are you riding backwards on your ish?
Well, the Esh knows where he's going, but I'm so old I keep forgetting where I was.
Hey, that's a mighty fine-looking ish. Where did you get such a fine
I
specimen?
got this from that Esh salesman live on Tebekelia. I mean that salesman of Eshes.
Looks like he's fully equipped.
Very. He has a nice sunroof, adjustable, fully carpeted, has an airbag. And even has emission control in the back. Well, sometimes you have to clean it out.
Well, we have a serious problem.
What's the problem?
None of this Guzuljuk tree is dying.
Is Guzuljuk tree dying? You killed it for crying out loud. Well, there's only one solution to this thing. Don't watch out, you'll kill the horse. You gotta give water from bubble tea to the tree.
What a wonderful idea.
Wait a minute. What's it with my dumb? This is water from bubble tea. Only the Malatyatsis have this. I asked my Khampetsi grandfather, he never heard of it. But you take this chewed from bubble tea, put it on your Guzuljuk tree, you'll be amazed at what will happen.
Yes, use this on your tree and it'll stand firm. No, the Guzuljuk tree, my mom.
Off Babelstein, an equally strange-sounding name. That place of legend, the fabled river of of Malatya?
Well, it seems I've helped another person, but a Gingahider's work is never done. Q. Aha! Someone else approaches. Perhaps I can be of help to him. What can I do for you, gentlemen?
What's the Ginkahide?
I'm the Gingahider. Who wants to know?
Not me, but a woman that knew you long ago.
Oh, bitch, I best. It's Turfanda, my mother-in-law. Oh, Turfanda, you came back. How did you find us?
You bet I did. You know good, how good imitation of a Malatyatsi.
Oh, no.
Grab 'em, boys.
No. What are you going to do with me? What are you taking me?
My boys are taking you back to Carpet.
Oh, no.
We're gonna feed you a year's supply of my special Malatyatsi.
My gosh.
Fine.
Fix it all.
Hey, look, my good tree. It's mine. It's mine.
Look at these beautiful little tumbleweeds. Would you please?
Creativity and so forth. Nobody ever went hungry. In fact, there always seemed to be, irrespective of the number of people that came to our home, some domo left over. The great question of that day was, what to do with the extra domo? And here to sing the song that answers that burning question, a song written by Malatyatsi Americans, the Deir Martirosians of Philadelphia, is the incomparable Stephen Pognania.
This is John. Hiç düşünüyorsunuz. Şalom over. Gazze, şade pesiros. İçinik. Güzel, haber. Oh, serkeri tanıtacağım.
Anlaşıla. Peki keçi hamare, manasana kolları biliyorlar.
Aman. İnç yarıştır, yarış.
İçinik. Malatyatsi.
Haber.
Hare closely. Hillary Clinton was in town last week, and I want you to know that she called Hetty Teledonia for tickets to the Malatyatsi extravaganza. And you know what Betty had to tell her? She said, "Are you Malatyatsi anywhere?" And she had to admit, "I'm sorry, I'm not Malatyatsi." Do you know what Betty had to say? She said, "Well, against the rules, you cannot come because you're not Malatyatsi."
Thank you. It's so nice to be here in the city of Philadelphia. This Malatyatsi extravagant. As a matter of fact, I got off the plane this afternoon, went to the rental car agency. Brotherly love, I assure you, Philadelphia. Some man walked up to me with a gun and said, "Brother, give me all your money." I thought he was a brother, but he was a little darker than I was. But anyway, figuring I have a civil rights case, I called my lawyer, Steve Osmedia. And I said to him, "Steve, can I ask you 2 questions?" He said, "Sure, what's the second one?" You know, I haven't seen my wife for several weeks. She's been down here working a program with her sister and son and daughter-in-law, what have you. So I haven't talked to her for about 3 weeks. Primarily because I didn't want to interrupt her. All right. Let's get on today with the top 5. You know, we Malatyatsis don't need 10. 5 is sufficient. Spotlight on my video here. From the head office in Kharpet, why I married a Malatyatsi. I think we got to turn it around, Gregory. Attaboy. Number 5, so I can attend this affair. Number 4, I didn't want my son to be lonely in Philadelphia among strangers. Number 3, Malatyatsi has the biggest mishmish you ever saw. And number 2, why I married a Malatyatsi because I fell in love with one. And the number 1 reason why I fell and married a Malatyatsi, had to. I'm going back to Boston with the Kharpetsis, I think. All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, where are steps? I don't need a couch. Okay, Michael. I talked to, as many of you know, only Malatyatsis can come to this affair. Personally, I didn't notice. When my Khanami, John Tokmajian, who lives in Florida, called me this morning He said to me flying up to Philadelphia to attend. And when my Malatyatsi supremacist wife, Roseanne Namagmag, and her sister, no, hold the video, back it up. Roxy Sujin found out, they said to me, he can't come. He's not a Malatyatsi. He's only a Khanabi. Only purebred, card-carrying Malatyatsis can attend our Malatyatsi show. So I called John Tokmasian and told him, you can't come. You're not a Malatyatsi. Good evening, Tok. Can you hear me?
And you're at the Malatyatsi show? How'd you get here? What is it with these Malatyatsis? Don't they like people who wear hearing aids?
No, it's not that. I'm married to a Malatyatsi. I got special dispensation from the Tedhite. You're not married to a Malatyatsi, so you don't even count, Tok.
Listen, now you tell me. You should have told me before. Had I known then, I might have married a Malatyatsi.
Are you serious?
Oh, look, thank you.
Tok, I always envied you for having so many friends, but evidently none of them gave you any good advice about Malatyatsis.
Last month, I went to the West Coast and I met with my non-Malatyatsi friend, Kurt Orion. And together, we went to the Academy Award show. And everybody there was talking about the Malatyatsi extravaganza show.
You're kidding, really?
I'm not kidding. And you know what? Whoopi Goldberg was the MC, and she was so excited. I mean, she was really excited because she couldn't wait to get to Philadelphia to come to the show. How do you like that? Because you know why? She's a Malatyatsi too.
I'm really sorry. So, tell you what, we're videotaping the whole show. I'll send you a tape.
Never mind. Send me a blank. I'd rather look at that instead.
You're really upset, aren't you? I can't believe this.
Look, I have two daughters. Both of them married Malatyatsis. Against my wishes. When I said, can I come to the show? You know what my son-in-law said to me? Oh, you're a great son-in-law. He said, hey, Dad, you're a Khanabi. Khanamis don't count. How do you like that? Well, look. Okay, I'm not a Malatyatsi, but I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I want to wish all of you TV a wonderful time at your Malatyatsi extravaganza show. All you Pesas and Pesarenses and all you enjoy yourselves, including my daughters, my Pesas, my grandchildren, my families, and also the ones from Boston. Yes, and Pete, Mike, Naz, Charlie, and all you other guys. Hey, another thing I want you all to know. I'm working on an extravaganza for the businesses. We're going to have one, probably a small one. We're only going to have about 10,000 people.
John, thanks very much for being with us. Very nice to have you with us. Don't talk nation, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, Uncle Mike, I thought you told me to put something in here. Baba. Tonight, recently a plane arrived in Philadelphia's airport from Malatya, bearing a Malatyatsi man who claimed to be 2,000 years old. He's here with us now as my first guest. Let's give a big hand to the 2,000-year-old Malatyatsi. How do you do? What brings you to, you gonna make it? What brings you to Philadelphia?
Two things.
Two things? What two?
I come here for my bicentennial physical checkup.
Are you really 2,000 years old?
I didn't finish my second thing.
Oh, what's your second thing?
I come here for my father's wedding. He's marrying a young 20-year-old girl. I think there's a big age difference there. You know, when she becomes 40, she's going to be 2,080. That's not going to be right.
You're really 2,000 years old right now. 2,000 years old, Baba.
2,000 years young.
Am I still talking to Togo?
2,000 years young. I don't look more than 16, 17, 100 years old.
So what is the secret of your long life?
Sujuk, soft and nogi. That keeps people away. I don't catch colds.
I noticed swinging your cane when you walked in. Did you play baseball when you were a younger man?
Hey, back in old Malatyatsi. You know, Malatyatsi, we invented baseball.
You're kidding. Is that right?
We called it kiftah ball. We played, the pitcher would throw the kiftah, the batter would hit the batter would hit the kiftah, the outfielder would catch the kiftah, he would eat the kiftah, the game's over.
Tell me, 2000, why the hell am I talking like you for crowd? What was the major industry in old Malatya?
The major industry, dry cleaning. Everyone in Malatya had a dry cleaning store. But you know, business was bad. Nobody wore suits. They just wore big towels. You don't dry clean big towels, do you?
No.
Do you know?
Speaking of towels, you didn't have showers or bathtubs in Malatya 2,000 years ago. How did you wash and take baths?
Well, I myself never took baths because I ate all that suktor. Who knew? But if you have to take a bath for an important day like the day you're going to get married, you go down to the river, you sit inside the river, you take a kesa and you scrub yourself and you take a tuss and toss it over your head and you wash yourself. That's the way they did it in the whole country.
Many rich and famous Malatyatsi in your time. Who would you say was the biggest mover and shaker in Malatya?
Harissime the belly dancer. Boy, can she move and shake. Gypsy Haritsi, we used to call her. What a lady.
2,000-year-old, why are you dressed that way?
Well, I just come here this country and I joined the motorcycle gang. The Malatyatsi Machos, the M&Ms.
Well, 2,000, you may be interested to know that our next guest is a world-renowned authority on the history of Malatya, Armenians. He's going to talk about the past and the things you may have seen in person.
Oh, them Malatyats. I used to know them way, way back, 1,000 years. You know, they were just plain Malatyats in the old days. You know how they got their name? How? They owed people so much money. They would borrow money, they would owe it, they were always hiding because they didn't want to play it. Pay it back. And people would be yelling out there, where are the Malatyats? Where are the Malatyats? And if they, when someone saw them, they say, dead. Dead Malatyats.
Here he comes now. Our next guest, Ara de Malatyats.
Thank you. Very happy to be here. I've just commissioned an exhibition and a very dig in Armenia to discover some of the botanical wonders of Malatya so that we can understand about mishmish and khuduljuk and all of these particular things.
Why you got an accent like this guy over here?
Well, we can do that. He's 2,000 years old. He's got gold in his teeth. He's got silver in his hair, and he's got lead in his pants. He should know the answer.
He's got none of those.
That's right.
He's got no teeth, no hair, no nothing. He's got all right, okay. Go ahead, Doctor. Tell us,
well,
what do you have here?
I'd like to show you some of the things that we dug up in Malatya in the famous days. You know, we all heard about mishmish, and we couldn't understand what the size of it was because our parents kept telling us it was larger than whatever we had at home. Anyway, this is what we discovered, mishmish. Is this really mishmish?
Well, everybody.
This is, I don't know what this is. This is a real Malatya mishmish?
That's a really authentic mishmish. So I wanted him to authenticate it.
That was okay.
Well, you know, you have to know that this is a very famous plant because the Latin name is Prunus armeniacus. I guess he's not used to the modern conveniences.
This thing is, yeah. All right, go ahead.
Well, whatever else we found was the original dead end. Look at this. This is what it used to be like. We have a little one now, but this one you could wear it. You could use it to make not mono dead end, but but huge dead ends. These authentic from what you remember? That's good. I'm glad you can recognize these. Well, another thing that we found in the dig was the chaho. These are really the bigger ones that we now have very small chaho. So, again, we're not getting as much of these as we used to. Do you know why it might be possible that they're bigger in your time and not now? No idea.
I got no idea.
Probably because the air was cleaner and there was no pollution. The other thing that we found in the dig was the olive. The olive that used to be growing in Malatya, watered by babushti, was huge. This is what it looked like. You only had to eat one a day. It was very good. But one of the biggest things, too, that we found was fusto, pistachio. Again, only one a day, all you had to eat. Really terrific. But the biggest thing that we found, and this is absolutely fantastic, this is the original garlic we found growing in Malatya. This is wonderful. Not only is it delicious, not only can you have fun with it, but if you wish, you can even use this on a diet. You know how? You eat garlic and onion all day long. You don't lose any weight, but from far away, you look thin. That's one value of the garlic. Well, there's a lot of different values. I can give you at least 50 different lectures just on garlic. For example, out of the 50, the first one is that it has hypotensive principles. It can lower your blood pressure. The second one, it can thin your blood. So it's very important that you take garlic every day for that particular purpose as well. It has a lot of other effects in addition to that, because it has antimicrobial activity. It contains ajoine and allicin and all of these other things, which are very important in your diet.
Thank you very much, Dr. Maharoshi. Ladies and gentlemen, there he goes. Okay, we have a special treat now. We have what is that? 6 tuplets? No, 6. We got 6. 6 tuplets? We got the Vosbillion 6 tuplets. Who will entertain us with song. The Vosbillion.
Nobody
from Atlantic City, Mr. Charlie Mardigian.
Wow. All you people know everybody? You all know each other? Turn around and say hello to your neighbor next to you or behind you. It's a party. We're all going to have a good time. Are these mics working? These mics working? The mics? Everybody have enough food to eat? Thank you, all these ladies. These Malatyatsi women made all your food. Everybody had a nice dinner tonight. Sure. You know, I'm supposed to make you laugh. I had 28 minutes of comedy here. But poor Richard gave me the hatchet. He says, Charlie, if you don't do it in 5, I'm pulling a hook out there. So if you better listen close, I'm going to give it to you fast. You know, I don't like to talk about Polish jokes or Italian jokes. We're going to talk about this Malatyatsi, Eshek Eshegya. Eshek Eshegya was climbing a mountain, Mount Armenians in Armenia. And he had about 7,000 feet. All of a sudden, he wanted to look over the cliff, and he got too close, and whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop. Boom, he goes down the cliff, he's dropping down, he's going to die. But he reaches up, he grabs a hold of a branch halfway down, and he's just hanging there. And he's pleading, please God, save me, God, save me. I'm going to die, don't let me die. And he hears this voice up in the sky. This is God, this is God. Oh, God, God, please save me, I'm going to die, save me. I'll be good, I'll do anything, please save me. Do you believe in God? Oh, yes, I believe in God. I'll do anything. I'll go to church every Sunday. I won't swear at you. I won't do this. I'll be good. Let go of the branch. Hey, is there anybody else up there? Eshek was walking down last Christmas. He said, look, got his brother-in-law. He said, we're going to cut down our own Christmas tree. So they got their chainsaw, their hatchet, their axes. They went out into the woods. They're looking for a nice Christmas tree. After 4 hours, Eshek says, you know, Hapartsum, I'm going to cut the next tree down whether it has lights on it or not. Well, you know, Eshek, that's why Armenians, we call him an Eshek. Not because he's a Polish thing. He's an Armenian, you know. We were down in Atlantic City, and we're hanging on the boardwalk. We're leaning against the rail there. Beautiful sunny day last summer. Not a cloud in the sky. The ocean's nice and calm. And here we are talking. All of a sudden, a bird came out of the sky, a seagull, ploop, right on top of his head. Pop! Did doo-doo right on top of his head. I said, Esh, just stand there. I'll run over and get some toilet paper. He says, Charlie, don't bother. By the time you get back, that bird's going to be miles away from here. Forget about Eshek for a while. Well, you know, Eshek was in Florida. Last February, Eshek was in Florida fishing. And he bought a lottery ticket for $1. And he hit the lottery for $12 million. That's right. Eshek hit the lottery for $12 million. So he called his wife up in Boston, Massachusetts. You know, Boston, Massachusetts, you know where it is. He said, Mario, I just hit the lottery for $12 million. Pack your bags. She says, should I pack for summer or should I pack for winter? He says, I don't care. Make sure you're out of the house by the time I get home. Like 5 minutes up yet?
Sit or not?
Well, you know, there's a young fella here, a little Armenian guy, Minas Minasyan. He's from Kharpet. And he got married, and had a nice Armenian lady, nice wedding. About a year later, they had a little boy, a little baby boy. Dark hair, black eyes, olive skin, looked just like Minas. Nice, healthy, strong kid. Well, next year, the following year, they had another baby boy. Nice thing, same thing. Little dark-haired, black-eyed, olive-skinned Armenian boy. And they killed just like the father. Well, the following year they had the girl, the little girl. Blonde hair, blue eyes, fair skin. They looked like anybody, you know? Well, Minas never said a word. He never said a word. He raised that girl. The boys all like one. All one family. They all ate at the same table. He bought them sneakers, took them to Disneyland. They just did everything together. 18 years later, she got married. So Minas throws a nice wedding for her. And it was a wonderful wedding. But after the wedding's over, he just couldn't stand it anymore. He couldn't take it. He says, look, he says, Malatya, come here. I have to ask you a question. You have to answer me in place. You have to be honest with me. Tell me the truth now. Is that my daughter? She said, oh, yes, yes, that's your daughter. That's your daughter. I swear, my God, that's your daughter. On my great-grandmother's grave, I swear it's your daughter. The two boys know.
Thank you, Charlie Rodriguez. Thank you, everyone. Nice hand for Charlie.
I got another joke. Give me one more joke. Take the legs back. I got one more joke. I got one more for you. You know, you all do a lot of traveling. And these, you know, they don't make it easy for you to travel. These airports, they spend $4 or $5 billion on an airport. And they don't take care of one of the most important things at an airport, the announcement system. Yeah. No, really, when you go to an airport, you're sitting there having coffee, you're going to miss your plane. You can't understand that, man. Well, there's one airport in the entire world where they solved a problem. You know what they did? They hired a former priest. Former priest. This was in camp in Hayastan. They hired this priest, and they let him do the announcing. And it went something like this. I was sitting there having coffee, and I heard the announcement come. I would like to announce flight 327, leaving for Minneapolis, Minnesota, gate 17. When I got to the gate, I knelt down, I brushed myself, said a prayer for a safe flight. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Charlie. The rock. And when it started rolling, he would sing. They didn't have records of CDs in those days, but boy, did they sell a lot of rocks. So, 2,000-year-old man, will you sing one of your rock songs now?
2,000 years in this country, the oldest Malatyatsi. But now I'm losing all my hair and running out of underwear. It's not so easy being old. Your face begins to gather mold. You lose your teeth, you drink rahi. It's just like being Malatyatsi. What to do, what to do? Tell me what am I gonna do? What to do, what to do? What am I gonna do? I helped invent the aeroplane, the toilet bowl, and cellophane. But I had a stroke of luck inventing Mother Yapraf. Now I am a billionaire. I fly my jet plane everywhere. I bungee jump, I mountain climb, I make up stories all the time. What to do, what to do? Tell me, what am I gonna do? What to do, what to do? What am I gonna do? I have had 400 wives. I wonder why I'm still alive. 2,000 kids.
You hear me? There we go. When I was a youngster, my grandfather used to spend a lot of time in the Armenians men's club, smoking his Lucky Strike cigarettes, playing tableau or playing cards, and drinking karachur with the boys. Some things never change. Satellite, a special report, special presidential report. Let us please listen in.
This evening we bring you a special... This evening we bring you a special edition of Kisher Line. I'm Kogi Jagalian, substituting for Ted Koppel. Tonight we continue our coverage of the 1996 presidential race and the growing third-party movement of special interest groups. Rumors have it that ethnic special interest groups are sampling public sentiment on specific candidates. One such proposed candidate is a Malatyatsi. Others include a Malatyatsi and a Malatyatsi. But not to be outdone, America's most powerful ethnic special interest group, the Malatyatsis, want one of their own to run. They asked Kadai Hovnanyan and he refused. They asked Judai Hovnanyan, he refused. They asked Coach Jerry Tarkanian and he refused. Finally, one Malatyatsi candidate stepped forward, and though he comes with no political experience, no financial support, and no national organization, he does have a message he believes will resonate with the voters of the country. Let's meet the candidate. He comes to us from Philadelphia. He is the Malatyatsi man about town dry cleaner impresario, Michael Ijan. Mr. Ijan will be running as a third-party candidate on a pro-Malatyatsi ticket, and to maximize political support from all fun-loving Armenians, he's calling his party the Kefji Party. Welcome to Kasher Line, Mr. Ijan. I'm sure. But welcome to Kasher Line, Mr. Ijan. Your microphone needs a little help.
First of all,
yes?
I would like to announce in support.
First of all, I can hear you.
Richard.
Wonderful.
Oh, my mic's not working.
Yep.
Okay. First of all, I would like to announce that in support of my new party, I'm changing my name to Kefji. From now on, you can call me Baron Kefji.
Baron Kefji. You can call me Kofi, not Cookie. Tell me, Baron Kefji, how do you expect to beat President Clinton or Senator Robert Dole when your campaign is starting so late?
You know, Cookie, Kefjis do everything late. You ever hear of anyone making kef first thing in the morning? Oh, I make kef all day long, Cookie. Listen, hold on.
I don't want to hear about your kef, I want to hear about your strategy.
But hold on, I'm going to sing.
You don't have to sing. Tell me how the Malatyatsis in this country are going to be able to support you. And first of all, how many are there?
Counting Khunamis?
Now, you know that Khunamis don't count.
Well, I don't know. I'm only your local dry cleaner. Kefji, hold on for a second. I can't read my script. I'm going to get all the Malatyatsis from around the world to come to America to vote for me.
How on earth are you going to do that? How are they going to come to this country and decide to vote for you?
Because I am Malatyatsi and I have a dream, like the St. Mart, Eddie Murphy. I want to have a million march in Washington. Hold on, Cookie. I want to have kef and sing Hoges. Hold on. Hogi Yaraskia.
Pardon me?
Well, I can say that right, but I'm going to have shaman bands.
Tell me about them,
and we're going to have everybody come. We're going to take their clothes off, give to a good Armenian dry cleaner.
Well, that's part of your strategy, I gather. But tell me, just what do you think you're going to be able to do to win this campaign? I mean, can you win?
Can I win? Of course I can win. I get all my trump from my new Secretary of Treasury, Gira Hovnanian.
And tell
Johnny,
me...
yes, hold on. Johnny.
Okay, and where are you going to build your new Malatya?
In the Poconos, of course.
In the Poconos?
Yes. I get obligation to plant mishmish trees and grapevines, and we develop the whole property.
Okay, the Poconos, the new Malatya. You're really serious about this?
Of course I am.
Okay, let's say you succeed and all the Malatyatsis vote for you, and they come to this country. How are you going to appeal to all the non-Malatyatsis whose votes you need? What are you going to promise them?
Mandir Yapra.
Pardon me?
Mandir Yapra.
Mandir Yapra?
Yes, that's right. Did I say that
Mandir
right?
Yapra. Why?
Why? Because, Cookie, I'm going to mail out 100 million Mandir Yapra for all the Udar voters in America, and they will love it, and then they will vote for me.
Okay, Mandir Yapra is part of your strategy, but it's important to know that you need professional help. Who is going to be your campaign manager? Will it be Mary Madeline? Will it be James Carville or Ed Rollins?
It will be the great Malatyatsi of them all, Richard Chabuksha.
Who is that?
Richard Chabuksha.
Richard Chabuksha is your campaign manager. Well, I thank you very much, Badum Kefci, and I thank you also for the 10% dry cleaning discount that you sent me.
You're welcome. Kefci.
With us, Malatya's greatest political analyst and a potential contributor to the Kefci campaign as well. We welcome Junai Hovnanyan. Mr. Hovnanyan, what do you think of Badum Kefci's presidential candidacy?
I think Badum Kefci is the Vargas.
No kidding.
Obviously, Badum Kefci doesn't realize that we have had a Malatyatsi in the White House for the last 20 years. Not in the Oval Office, but in the White House. And that man is Seth Mumjian.
Yes.
And Seth Mumjian being very close to Hillary and Clinton, he invited him for this Easter to his house to serve Malatyatsi in the presidential China. So obviously Hillary and Bill Clinton know the importance of Malatyatsi, so they are taking all the necessary steps to make sure that they get all the Malatyatsi votes. So I don't know what Badum Kefci is going to do to counteract that.
Thank you, Junai Hovnanyan, for your succinct political insights. We're out of time right now. This is Poking Jagalian live from NBC, Malatyatsi Broadcasting Company. But tune in tomorrow when our special guest will be Professor Ara Demarderosian, who will begin a special 60-hour, 32-week edition of Kisher Live, in which he'll present the theory that Malatyatsis inhabited the earth before the dinosaurs. Good night and Kisher Live.
May I have your attention, please? There are two people here tonight that epitomize what it is to be Malatyatsi. Both were born in Malatya. Both overcame much adversity, not only to survive, but to flourish in a new country, becoming integral parts of the community here. They have been married for 63 years, 64 in July. Each and every one of those days and years, she has been a loving, dutiful wife, and he, for his 91 years on earth, has been a very proud, honorable, industrious gentleman. They have provided for all of us examples of what it means to love one another, to take pride in one another, to work hard each and every day that we have to be with each other. And he, for all of those years, has been the proud owner of one of the few Guzeljuk trees in this country. I would like you to all join me as we thank Veron and Krikor Hilbojan for always being beautiful examples to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, I know you've seen our wonderful Richard up here all night long. I'd like to take an opportunity, Richard, gracious, to introduce some special people here tonight, but I think this evening would not be complete without all of us recognizing the two people that really brought all of us together tonight: the spirit, the energy, the motivation, the love, the time and energy that was placed to put this all together. We have two people to thank. And I think we need to bring both of them up, and we need to stand up and give them a wonderful round of applause. Before we do, let's recognize everyone that was involved here in this wonderful performance tonight. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Wasn't this wonderful? Now, There are 3 people, but I've been asked to only invite 2 to the center stage, so I will. From New England, you know, here's a guy that came into our part of the world and has embraced every single one of us with all his love and all his heart. And tonight, I think we in return clearly are opening our arms for him, as we've done so many times before. Richard Jabukshin, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring him up for a wait. And, you know, everyone's hollering in the back. Don't forget his wife, Carolyn. Carolyn, come on up here. You might as well. Even though you didn't want me to bring you up here, bring her up here anyway. Okay? Aren't they so beautiful? Aren't they so wonderful? And of course, the glue that keeps this Philadelphia, Delaware County area together, someone that's so dear in all our hearts. The wonderful, the beautiful, the unforgettable. Roxy Sugin, where are you? There she is. There she is.
If you were with us last night, you would say, I believe in, and then sing tonight, you say, now I believe in miracles.
You know, by the way, we've talked about a lot of the different groups from different parts of the world. We have a special little group that we brought in from everywhere tonight, known as the Malatyatsi Minstrel Singers, to sing a little tune that was not on the program, but one that we would like to share with you right now, dedicating it to those special people that we've just brought with you tonight. So, I'd like to introduce the Malatyatsi Minstrel Singers to sing a very special song for you and you and you. And Roxy, where are you, darling? Come on up here. Oh, this is going to be too much fun. Okay, are we ready? Okay.
Unbelievable, that's what you are. Say Malatyatsi girl, from near and far. You play the contest, that's incredible, and memories that are indelible. Never before has champion more. Unforgettable in every way. That's what we all would like to say. From our hearts it meant a lot to us to get together with all the Malatyas. And we couldn't have done it all without you.
And Roxy, where are you know, of course, we want to thank you. You're so wonderful. Richard and Carol, and a little something for the 2 of you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice round of applause for this wonderful evening. You know, by the way, one last little bit of fact that Sissy reminded me of. Thank you, George. I appreciate that. Today, a wonderful little baby was born. A beautiful little Malatyatsi baby was born. Today, little Ani Hovsepian Dermerjian. How about a nice round of applause for the new life in the life of this wonderful group tonight. Okay, Richard.
One last thing, we'd be remiss if we didn't thank all the people in the kitchen who provided us all the mezza and dinner tonight. How about a nice round of applause for Virginia and her Gogi and her crew. Thank you to the speaking ensemble for providing us wonderful music. We would ask you now to help us prepare for the next segment of the program, which is unbridled fun and enthusiasm. But we need to clear some of the chairs and move them to the side of the room.